You're listening to Exploring Anime with Friends, a JMO for Real podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all major podcasting networks. I'm your host, JMO! And today's friend is my wife and co-host. How's it going today, Sarah?
Hi, everyone. It's going great today.
Excellent, excellent. Are you all excited for today's episode of Exploring Anime with Friends?
I am. This is a good one.
Yes, we are kicking off the 5th season. We are kicking off the new year. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Yes, and we had a lot of fun with releasing an episode earlier this week with our favorite new anime of 2025, and this one actually made both of our lists. Today we'll be exploring the world of Let's Play, a slice of life revolving around video game creation and a group of close friends, released in October of 2025. First, we'll meet our female heroine, Sam, as she's going through her every single day life, climbing the corporate ladder while trying to make it as a video game designer. Afterwards, we will go into the day that changed everything for Sam, right at the beginning, right in episode 1. Then we will meet her friend group and watch as they support her through the crises that she is going through. And finally, we will do a tale of two journeys through Sam's game, Ruminate. And if you like what you're hearing today, remember to check us out on social media, like, subscribe, and follow that button right down there. Click it. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Sam.
Talk to us. Talk to us about Sam.
I like Sam. I mean, I like most of these characters. They're fun in their own way. Sam specifically, she's working a big corporate job, and she's slowly climbing that corporate ladder. She's also trying to be an indie gamer. She's made a game. Personally, she's got some self-confidence issues that are
some self-confidence issues.
Okay, fine. She has a lot of self-confidence issues. I love how the show as a whole shows different emotions coming out. And how, like, anxiety is just this blank-faced thing with the word anxiety on it, and it's like wrapping its arms around Sam.
Confrontation.
Oh my gosh.
Even friendship at one time coming in as that giant creature and just smacking confrontation in the face.
And I love the way the anime does it. It's so good. I haven't seen it before personally, unless it's like a little here or there.
I feel like I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I can't remember where.
Not so saturated. Yeah. But yeah, that's Sam in a nutshell. She's in the corporate world. She's doing her indie game thing. She is trying to live her best life.
Yeah, and she has a very complicated history in the past because she was very sick as a child. You see that she's on an inhaler, so you're guessing that there's something to do with some really bad asthma and whatnot. She's on a pretty strict vitamin regimen. One of the things that she's celebrating at the beginning of it with her father in the office is that she hasn't had to use her inhaler for about a month.
Woo!
All changes later that day, but she grew up very sick. She was in the hospital all the time. And one of the things that helped really get her through those hard times was playing video games with her friends in the hospital, because she made a lot of friends of the other kids that were in the hospital all the time, and they gamed together and they grew together, and she just really had gained an appreciation for gaming. And eventually she starts watching a YouTuber in his early days by the name of Martial Law. And Martial Law's slogan was always, let's play.
Let's play.
When he started a new game. And that's where the title of this comes from. But he brought her through a lot of the rough patches of her life early on with his streams, introducing her to new games, giving his opinion on games that she's already played. And she watched him grow from a low-end YouTuber to someone who had
a top authority.
Yeah, like he's... I don't remember all the statistics, but he's gaining like 100,000 viewers every single month.
Yeah, something like that.
And he's definitely in the top 100 as far as YouTubers go at this point in time. So he's someone who really now has a huge following, and Sam has been following him since the early days. And he actually inspired her to work harder on her games, to get into indie game creation. And we wouldn't be really fully talking about Sam unless we talked a little about Ruminate. Tell us a little bit about Ruminate.
I would want to play the heck out of Ruminate. I want the people that are like in the anime biz to like make this game. It sounds fun. It's a puzzle RPG game where violence is like never the answer. So it's set up like kind of like old school RPG style where you're just walking around picking up the pieces of the puzzle and moving along. She makes it pretty evident in like the opening of the game that this is not a violent attack everything kind of game. It's a puzzle adventure.
Yeah.
And it just looks fun to me. Everything from like the cat merchant that's selling seemingly useless stuff to her dog being the big dragon in the volcano area. It looks fun to me.
You mentioned her dog who's a dragon. Little Bowser,
Little
right?
Bowser. Bowser is best boy, hands down.
He is her
adorable.
little neat and shining armor. He attacks all the bad guys when they come at her.
He does.
And he licks and cuddles all the good guys when they come at her, right?
Bowser's best boy.
Bowser as best boy. Yes, 100%. Sam is just living her life.
Yeah.
She is working up that corporate ladder that she really does not want to be on. But Daddy's the boss.
Daddy
Daddy
CEO.
runs the company. So she is being groomed to be Daddy's replacement when he's done because it's his company. You see her struggling with the daily self-confidence in that office space. She has Ruminate out, and she is really proud of that 8.2 out of 10 rating on Indiegeneer, the #1 indie gaming site out there. And she's watching it as it goes to 8.3 and 8.4. And like, she's just getting really excited. Her friends always, when she's having a rough time, they're great friends. They
are. She has a
remind
good
her,
friend group.
Yeah, check it out. So, and this is all important because on one fateful day, she had a rough day at work because enter Charles.
I'm not quite sure what his position is in the company, but he's pretty high up there.
He's the number 2 in command. He's right after Samara's father.
Yes.
Sam's full name is Samara, and Charles does call her Samara.
So Charles, he's kind of your stereotypical suit guy. He's not mean, but he's firm with the way he says what he needs to be done, and he's telling her to get the coffee ready for the meeting, and that's
I don't
her
know.
job.
Yeah, I don't even know if like he's a stereotypical suit guy because he just doesn't think some scenarios through all that well before he gets himself in them. What he is, though, he is somebody who is trying to bring out the best in Sam.
Yes. So he starts off the day by telling her to, hey, we need a coffee for the meeting room, so go ahead and get on that. And that's not her job. Someone else's job to make the coffee, but she just like, okay, I'll go make the coffee. Like, and really what he's trying to do is she's trying to get her to fight back. He's trying to get her to be like, no, that's so-and-so's job. That's not my job. And she just keeps going. As a whole, Charles seems to be a pretty good dude. I like him. A little awkward at times, maybe.
A little not enough boundaries.
Not enough boundaries.
Personal space invader. Like,
yes.
I'm not trying to make him out to be a creep or anything, but
because he's really not.
He just does not understand personal space.
That's fair.
And it's one of those things where, as a result of something that happens, she's walking around the office with a coffee spill on her, and her sweater is being taken care of and washed by the one who's really responsible for it. And Charles reprimands her for being in that attire, finds out that it has to do with another coworker, and he's immediately going to try to get that coworker in trouble. He's actually going to fire her.
He was going for her job,
because, and it's not because he was heartless and cruel, it's because he was trying to get Sam to actually stand up for herself. And in that scene, those two like shadow in the background,
emotion
where
creatures,
that confrontation that she doesn't want to hold on to, her friendship comes in and it just wails on the confrontation.
Because it was her friend that did it.
Yeah.
It was an accident.
And she stands up for her friend. Charles is impressed by what he sees. And he's like, good job. You have just taken your first step to becoming the lady that you need to be in order to run this company. Sam gets off work and she's hanging out with her group of friends at the coffee shop, and it's a stressful day. She's pulling out that inhaler, and they're all wondering, hey, what's up and everything. They're like, hey, at least you should go online, check your Indiegeneer. That always makes you feel better.
That 8 point whatever, that's always got to be a little serotonin shot.
Yep. So she logs in and she can't log in.
So she can't log in because Indiegeneer has locked her out. She got a whole bunch of reviews, and that's the thing about this particular website is you don't have to play the game to review it.
You don't even have to download it.
You only have to download it. You can just leave a review. So if someone says, that game's terrible,
Incredibly flawed site.
Yeah, incredibly. You think someone would have done something about that?
Well, someone does do something about it
I mean,
in the
that's-
course of a series.
That's fair, but it takes I meant before. It takes the course of the series. But suddenly that beautiful 8-point was like
0.3.
yeah, I remember 3 was in there, but I didn't think it was 3-point. Yeah, 0.3 crashed hard and fast.
And the reason why it did was earlier that day, Martial Law, her all-time favorite streamer, who she has been following since the early days of her career, who inspired that game, that she dedicated it so much that she dedicated to him. He did a review of her game, but he didn't play it like a puzzle adventure.
He skipped everything about how to play.
Yeah, he played it like a hack and slash. And in her game, as something that she later says to him, it's not that the monsters can't be defeated with violence, it's that they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And the game is an uphill journey if you're going with violence first, because Sam is a very non-violent person.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall rips it, and his fans get all
Tear
over
it to
it.
shreds.
It's a massacre. From here, Sam is trying to track down Martial Law to give him a piece of her mind, except for that's not the way this goes at all.
Of course not.
Instead, Martial Law becomes her next door neighbor later that night.
Yep. Isn't that great?
The girl whose dream was just destroyed by her favorite VTuber, who does not like confrontation,
Mhm.
is now living next door to someone she idolized, who just the previous day destroyed any potential she had for a career in the gaming industry. Talk to us a little bit about that awkward encounter.
Oh, man. Okay, so first things first, Marshall's carrying a heck ton of boxes.
First things first, Bowser don't like Marshall.
Bowser don't like trust the puppy. So he's carrying a bunch of boxes. He doesn't really see where he's going. Sam steps out of her door and kind of into him with enough force with the collision there for her glasses to fall off, because Sam wears glasses because she desperately needs them. So she can't see this person in all these boxes, but she hears his voice and she's like, wait, that sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? And then she gets just enough clarity to see who it is, and she just kind of freezes for a second, and you're not sure how she's going to react.
Well, she goes, grabs the bull by the horns and just charges straight in, or at least that's what she does in her mind. She backs off completely.
Yeah, no, she just like runs away pretty much.
Yeah, it's one awkward exchange after another because Marshall is doing streaming and he doesn't have all his soundproofing equipment up.
So he's loud.
So these early days are just kind of grating on Sam that much more, but she can't say anything because she's non-confrontational.
Yeah.
So where does she go? What does she do? Well, where you can go to watch this is on Crunchyroll. And if you like what you're hearing from us, check us out on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. But where does Sam go? She goes to her group of friends. Let's meet some of the group. We should probably start with the group she games online with, because
Yeah.
World of Warquest, right? The largest MMORPG in the world. World of Warcraft.
What are they? Guild number 3,
They are
right?
guild number 3, the Rare Spawn.
That's like, okay, I gotta admit, that's a cool name for a guild. Rare Spawns. I liked that. That's a
It's a great
geeky
name.
gamer girl. I really appreciated it.
And we're going to just do a quick shout out to Abe at the beginning. He's the guild master.
Yep.
He's the one who leads them and everything. He plays such a small role in the actual anime. He shows up, twice? He's not
Yeah.
one of the main group of friends that hangs out together. And every time he is with them, the focus is on the Rare Spawn. But quick shout out to him. He's not a main part of the friend group, but he is part of the friend group.
Mm.
There are main parts of that friend group, though. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with college roommate? Do you want to start with the love interest? Do you want to start with...
Always gotta start the love interest.
Got to start with the love interest. Okay.
I mean, I was on Team Link for a while, just so you know, just so everyone knows. He's a nice guy.
I mean, I'm on Team Link. Not for Samara, though.
Yeah, it's there. I want that ship to sail, to be honest. Hanzo and Link, I think they could be good for each other. Link's a really nice guy, though. He's an EMT, and he works, like, part-time at a coffee bar. Like, I don't know why he decided to work 2 jobs, though.
Yeah, I don't know either. He could just be saving for the future. He might.
Maybe
He's a big outdoorsman. He's a rock climber and everything. It's one of those
that's
things
fair.
where,
Gotta support your hobbies.
yeah, he might just be looking to retire at a young age so that he can travel the world afterwards.
Yeah,
That's
that
definitely what
could
he
be
seems
it.
like, right?
Yeah, he's the type. He's just a generally likable person, though. That's really all I can say about him.
Yeah, I mean, and he's also very shy too, especially when it comes to talking to girls. Not someone, and he's got it all. He's got the height, the muscles, the
He
outdoorsmanship,
does.
the long flowing blonde hair and everything.
He's he's a ladies'
regular
man. Yeah, really.
but with brains, like as an EMT. If Thor were an EMT,
It would pretty much be Link, yeah.
but at the same time, he just is socially awkward, and you find him in the opening episode trying to ask Sam out on a date.
It's
and
adorable.
She doesn't get it at all.
I don't think that was his fault. That was Sam's fault.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same point in time, he struggles with some self-confidence
He
issues
does.
too, and it's really kind of cute at watching their awkwardness back and forth, because eventually they do make it out on a date, and they kind of realize something. They're not right for each other.
They're good friends.
They're
They make
really good
excellent
friends.
friends.
And they're absolutely wonderful with each other. But as it goes along later in the season, you do find out that there is something there with Link and Angela too. And there is something there with Samara and Charles. And it also alludes...
I became Team Charles.
It also alludes that there's something there with Samara and martial law, even though I kind of, right from the beginning, always felt like that was a feint.
Yeah, well,
it was there to misdirect and everything.
Marshall has a girlfriend.
Yeah,
so
Marshall has a great girlfriend.
Not someone that I would disagree. Like, oh, he needs to dump her. No, Monica's great.
She's a little brash.
She can be,
and
yeah.
She's another YouTuber. She's a cosmetic influencer, but she's also got a very sweet side and a very caring side too.
Yes, she does.
One of the things that we can say about Marshall. Boy does not know how to take care of himself.
Boy does not. Oh my gosh, I'd be smacking him. Not in a bad way, but just like, Boo, what are you doing, Boo? Go back to sleep. You're sick.
Yeah, working through while really sick and everything.
Working through a lot. Like, he didn't stop.
He has a cough that sounds like a debilitating cough that you need to take a week off for.
Right.
And there he's doing 20-hour days while that's going on.
Yeah, like,
and I'm kind of like,
speed running things.
Dude, so Monica is actually kind of great for Marshall as a whole, and she becomes part of Sam's friend group too. Like, solo one-on-one, but she actually hooks Sam up in one of her videos. She puts her through the full makeover treatment, and she brought out a good side on Sam, right?
Yeah. I'm not saying Sam wasn't pretty before, but...
No, I'm just saying she helped Sam with her confidence too.
Yes, absolutely.
But her 2 rocks, or really her 3 rocks that are there for her all the time,
besties,
are Angela, Vicky, and Dee.
Yep.
So give us a quick about Angela, Vicky, and Dee.
Well, Angela and Vicky are roommates. Angela is like the fiery redhead when you think of a fiery redhead. Like, that's the best way to describe her. Vicky is the calm down girl. She's like, okay,
very zen,
calm down,
borderline hippie, right?
Yes. Dee, I don't know how to describe Dee. I really like her. She works at the coffee shop, so that's usually the aspect I remember seeing the most.
Dee does not play online with them. She's not one of the gamers. Link is also not one of the gamers too. We'll go through the full gaming group with quick mentions to the rest of them. But what Dee is, she is the true best friend. You can tell it. She is the support. The one when the hard question comes up that she goes to. The one that she can talk to about anything. Don't get me wrong. She can talk to the others about anything too.
Well, yeah.
But Dee is the one that she goes to first. One thing I really want to point out, and I mentioned this in the other episode where we talked about our favorite anime of 2025, this friend group is so 90s nostalgic, aren't they?
Yes, it is.
The way that they talk together, some of the lines that are just thrown in and out, it gets you feeling that, and it also feels like a real friend group.
It does, yeah.
So I really appreciated it. A lot of it feels like a throwback to the 90s. The art style, I know some people complain about the art style, but I really appreciate the artwork style that they used. It gave me that reminiscent to the days of watching Yu-Gi-Oh or something like that, right?
It was similar-ish, yeah.
Very much. It's less cheesy with the friend lines, but at the same time, that friend group kind of felt like Yugi, Joey, Mai, so on and so forth. And the final members of the guild that we haven't talked about yet, Dallas, who's the bratty little brother of Link.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's all we're going to say about Dallas. Who cares about Dallas?
Oh.
And Olivia and Edgar. Anything you want to say about the heartwarming talk between Sam and Olivia when they basically buy out Chuck E. Cheese one night? Like, I don't know how to put it any other way.
I don't know how to put it either way either. No, I mean, it was fun. That whole scene was good. I liked it all.
Olivia really helps Sam realize that she needs to confront Marshall.
Yeah,
That's what it comes down to.
that's
And
really what it boils down to.
Olivia's a deaf girl. She's a 17-year-old deaf girl who is stinking rich. And her butler, Edgar, who, by the way, Edgar is rapid fire when it comes to things like skateball and basketball.
He's good.
Dude is
Bro has game.
like Edgar is like low key my favorite character of the show.
I
wish he
behind
got
that.
more screen time. Like, man, it's like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be like Edgar. I'm not sure how old he is. He's probably still older than me.
He probably is. Yeah,
still
he's
older
got to
than-
be.
He's got to have at least a good 15 years on me.
Probably.
So, the group dynamic is just wonderful as a whole, and they bring her through a lot, and it gets Sam to a point where she's able to confront Marshall, and Marshall feels devastated.
I was really happy about that because I honestly thought, depending on how this goes, I was thinking he could just be like so this is my channel. I'll talk about whatever I want to. But he actually legit is like, whoa, I just like ruined this person's game, like indie game life.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where he's like, I need to do something. And he's trying to give Sam the money from the episode. And she doesn't want the money.
Oh, no, she doesn't.
She doesn't want any part. She's like, I don't want you to like do something to make yourself feel better.
Mhm.
Like, you destroyed me. Eventually she says, you know what? You want to make it up to me? Play Ruminate.
Yeah,
Play Ruminate the way it's supposed to be
that would be
played.
the best way to make up the
Start
song.
to finish. And Marshall's trying to do it, and he's finding it hard to get there because his depression is just consuming him, and his health is deteriorating rapidly. And he's like, I need to do something about this. He's telling Monica, and she's like, you do realize that this could destroy your career. He hasn't gone public with Monica because he thinks it could destroy their careers. And
Yeah,
really just kind of another bad mistake Marshall makes. Marshall is just
because Monica's ready to go public. He's ready to be
a lost puppy dog who just makes a ton of poor decisions to make his life that much worse.
Mm-hmm.
And Monica is kind of his rock, and he finds a little bit of a rock in Sam throughout the whole thing too.
Uh-huh.
But eventually he is able to sit down, and he probably shouldn't have sat down when he sat down because
Probably
he
shouldn't
was
have.
very sick.
He was sick, okay? He was very sick.
But he's able to sit down, and he is able to start his playthrough of Ruminate. Backtrack a little.
Backtrack.
Sam and Charles have gone on a date, kind of unofficial, and he's kind of grooming her to be the next CEO,
Still date.
but he is helping her while at the same time interested in her.
Yes.
One very important thing that he tells her is like, every single day, you're going to come into the office and you're going to say something that you like about yourself to me. And you're going to keep on doing this every single day. He is building up her self-confidence. He's building her up. He's getting to know more about her, what makes her tick, what makes her care. He sees that she's running a subcommittee trying to reform Indiegeneer in order to get it to where the rating system isn't broken and someone else's life can't be destroyed the same way hers is. And he's inspired by her, and he picks up Ruminate on the same night that Marshall does. Give us the tale of two playthroughs.
So I guess start with Marshall because
Yeah.
I think the show starts with Marshall. Marshall's going through, finds this cat merchant in the city, and it looks like it's all junk. It really kind of does. And the cat salesman is very smooth, very, oh, that's such a great thing. So he ends up buying like, it looks like a letter opener. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. I wouldn't personally pick that of the things that were listed, but
Later
whatever.
becomes Dos Ex Machina, but like,
Yes, which was hilarious. So he's going through, and the funniest thing about Ruminate is she has self-inserted herself into it and her gaming friends into it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fun.
It was absolutely hilarious.
And while Marshall's picking the letter opener, Charles is looking at the table very carefully, and he picks up the pen. And he uses the ink pen to write down his first save point there, because you have to trigger a major event in order to save. And Marshall eventually finds his save point by using the letter opener to defend himself, which apparently is a big, like, werewolf slayer. It got a werewolf to stop attacking him. So Marshall is going on that hero's journey, joining heroes in order to solve problems along the way, while Charles is going along the writer's journey, both playing a different type of bard, right?
Yeah.
Give us a little bit more about Marshall's journey.
I mean, it's so for Marshall, like the biggest part of his journey is just figuring out what to do without just attacking things. So his biggest hurdle is okay, if I'm not attacking, what am I doing? What needs to be done? So part of his journey is he comes across this bridge troll. It looks a lot like Dallas, and it's hilarious.
Dallas the bridge troll.
Dallas, and he's like, well, okay, what's in my inventory? What have I picked up? What can I do to get past this encounter? And he's going through his inventory, trying to figure out what can be used, and nothing can really, he can't think of anything that works. And he just starts talking to the bridge troll. And you're like, man, Troll Bro needs a friend.
And that brings you back to something previous, because there's a house just randomly in the woods that has a garden, and there's a bunch of cats that are stealing from a farmer, cat people that are stealing from a farmer. And it kind of clicks in his mind. What if I hook Troll Boy up with the house?
There we go.
The cat people come to his garden, and now he has friends and they have food, right?
There we go. It's a win-win.
So he's finding the creative solutions throughout this whole thing, while really Charles is kind of writing his way through the journey. You mentioned before, little dog Bowser, it becomes the big dragon, which, by the way, Bowser being a dragon is just kind of
so
perfect.
cute.
So, when Charles gets there, he starts writing enchantment script, and he binds the dragon, shrinking it back down to little puppy dog size to solve the problem completely.
It was adorable.
Whereas what Marshall does, he goes in and he realizes that I can't slay this thing, so I'm going to befriend this thing. And from that point in time, like it's you realize that it's kind of like they have taken two very different approaches. One of them literally going with the concept of the pen is mightier than the sword, and the other one, let me use friendship and the power of utilization
Power of friendship.
in order to utilizing everything I have. You start to realize that Sam has always been about talking things out and finding solutions. And Marshall's now starting to fit into that role of friend. And Charles is starting to fit into that mold of compatibility. After the final credits of the series, which, by the way, stick around to watch the final credits of the final episode because it sums up the story very nicely.
They do a good job there, yeah.
And that's really how the series kind of concludes. There's a lot more that happens afterwards.
Oh, there's a ton, yeah.
There is stuff that goes down with Indigenaire. There is stuff that goes down as to working towards recovering it. And we're not going into all that because the final few episodes are just a wild chase of one thing after another. It's just a really well put together series. I thoroughly enjoyed it. How about you?
Oh, no, I loved it. It was good.
One thing that I am going to add, the best opening and closing sequence combined of 2025. I'm not saying the songs were the two best songs for opening and closing credits of 2025. I'm saying the imagery with the opening and closing credits with the songs with them. As the song Love's a Game is an excellent song, and it's playing in the background, and you're trying to make it look like it's Charles, Marshall, and Link all vying for her when that's couldn't be farther from the truth.
It's not really the case.
But the intro really just kind of shows the weaving in and out of everything. It gives like video game profiles of
I love
all
that,
the
yeah.
characters too, like their strengths and their weaknesses together. And it's like as it's taken them through a still shot of playing in an arcade together, which I thought it was amazing. And the closing sequence just kind of brings it all together because it shows all the characters. It really just gives you that feeling of completion and journey at the same time. So that's what I want to say about that. Anything you want to highlight before we wrap up this episode?
I really enjoyed this one. I feel like I say that every time, but I really enjoyed this one. It was very fun. Just watching Sam grow was great. Bowser still will always be best boy. Team Charles. Yeah, no, I loved it. It was good. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was excellent. I loved the animation. I loved the characters. The story was good. I couldn't find a weakness in it, and I really am looking forward to a second season. Once again, we introduced you to our main characters, Samara, and we followed her journey through creating Ruminate and meeting Marshall Law and all the devastation that happened on that one day. And then we saw how her friends brought her through this. We saw romantic rivalries start to exist. And then we saw the 2 playthroughs that really helped to wrap up the season and define their lives moving forward as Charles and Marshall play through Ruminate. We hope you had as much fun exploring the first season of Let's Play as we have, and consider watching this anime. Bye! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
So if you like what you heard today, make sure you listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you stream your podcast. Listen to all of our JMill for Real podcasts, and hit us up on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. Once again, this was Exploring Anime with Friends. Let's explore together.